Ooh, it's looking juicy out there. Now, Wallet Hub released its report today on the most fun states in America. So where does Texas rank? How about 7th? We rank 16th per capita in golf courses and country clubs, 10th in performing arts theaters, 5th in fitness centers, but 1st in amusement parks, restaurants, and movie theaters. It's become the go-to place for a night out at the movies. Alamo Drafthouse Cinemas are popping up all over North Texas, and the grand opening of the latest in Las Colinas is today, the 4th location for the region. Joining us to talk about it is Bill DiGaetano, Chief Operating Officer of Alamo Drafthouse of DFW. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Okay, so Alamo has arrived here in a big way. It all started off in Austin, but I mean, you're really just spreading your wings here. Tell us what's going on.
So we've opened our first theater here in 2013 in Richardson. Cedars opened a few years later, and then this year we have 4 openings, which was somewhat accidental. They were supposed to be spread out a little, but we're opening in Lake Highlands, Las Colinas, Denton, and one outside DFW.
Well, let's talk about Richardson. Why did you all choose that location to be your first one here in DFW?
So we first looked at it because it was on the corner of Highway 75 and Beltline Road, but at our first planning and zoning meeting with the city, hundreds of residents showed up in support, and so that's when we were like, that's the one. That's #1 for us, yeah.
And so Alamo Drafthouse, if you haven't been, they do have a very popular reputation. Aside from the good food, the eats, the drinks, there's more to it than that. There's something that a lot of you, I think, would appreciate in the audience. If you haven't been, you're going to know now.
So we have a strict no talking, no texting policy. Patrons get 1 warning, and then we ask them to leave without a refund. So we are very serious about that. We have a scratch-made kitchen where a lot of our food and cocktails are themed with the movie you're about to see, and then we never show any commercials before the movie. It's always a custom pre-show that is themed for the film you're about to see.
Well, I've been to the Richardson location one. I know I thoroughly enjoyed it. A lot of you moviegoers near downtown Dallas know the location at Cedars, and of course the Lake Highland location that just opened up this spring. Tell us about that one.
So that is on the White Rock Creek Bike Trail, which is really fun. The bar and patio overlook it, and then it just has a very great theme throughout the theater. It's 100% recliners, and then you get with it everything you get from coming to an Alamo.
And all of these theaters are franchise locations, right?
Yeah, so Alamo is the only movie theater in the country that franchises. So our group owns DFW in Twin Cities, Minnesota, but I think that's part of what makes the brand special is because you have ownership in a market that takes such pride in it, and Alamo does a very good job of finding franchisees that are movie lovers and movie nerds. So I think that trickle down is a big deal.
And I love movies. That's one of, I want to check out this new Las Colinas location that you're opening today, right by the Toyota Music Factory.
That's right.
A happening location. Why'd you pick this spot? What can people expect?
Oh man, it was such an easy spot to pick. I mean, it's Alamo Drafthouse. It's an 8,000 seat Live Nation amphitheater. 20 restaurants, multiple live stages for music. So it's just it is a true entertainment complex, which I don't think has existed in the Metroplex yet.
I'm really excited for it. It looks beautiful, and I'm seeing that Whataburger advertisement like us North Texans. We love that. And this one has a theme, though, John Carpenter. Why'd you pick that?
So we are on Highway 114, which is John Carpenter Freeway, and we know it's not the same John Carpenter, but we couldn't help ourselves. So throughout the entire theater is one of our sister companies, Mondo, which is a boutique license agency. Wow. It is all their custom posters that they have done in tribute to John Carpenter. So that lines the hallways, and we just thought it'd be a really fun way to celebrate the theater.
And with Halloween coming out a little bit later this year.
And this October we will have a very large retrospective. Actually, sorry. This May we will have a John Carpenter retrospective.
Okay, so, I'm going.
Yeah.
I'm going to that.
So that will be happening all this month.
And you're not done here with Las Colinas. I mean, you're opening up other locations throughout DFW. Which ones are those?
So we have locations opening in Denton.
Okay.
That will be this summer, and then spring of next year we'll be opening our first Tarrant County location in North Richland Hills, which I'm very excited about because I live in Tarrant County. Yeah.
Okay, a little bias there.
Yeah,
you know
a little bit.
I love these prototype images we're seeing here because they all kind of have their own theme, their own look. And Alamo is really coast to coast. I know they have one in Kansas City, Missouri. That was the first time I ever went.
Yep. No, the brand is all over the country. We're now the 9th largest movie theater in the country. But again, I think having that ownership in each market, you get these little tastes, and we don't want to ever build cookie cutters. So we want different interiors, different themes like John Carpenter, and then the outside always has to be very unique.
Well, that's awesome. Thank you so much, Bill. Bill
Thank you.
Digatano,
Pleasure.
Chief Operating Officer of the Alamo Drafthouse here in DFW. New one opening today in Las Colinas. Everybody go check it out. And of course, we'll have all that information posted on our website for you,